Hello everyone, Mr. Greeno here. In previous videos, showed you how to get your PowerPoint started and to make sure you don't use blurry pictures. Now we're going to see how to insert some pictures. So I'm going to go to a new slide and I'm going to jump from doing stuff with Cancun to doing some stuff with Disney World. So to insert a picture, you go to Insert, and of course you've already saved a really good quality picture to your folder. So you go to Insert, Picture, and because I've been working on this, it goes to my Mr. G PowerPoint folder. And I know that this one's a pretty big size picture. I just looked at it. Here you go. It says how big it is. It's 1280 by 960. So nope, not that one. This one. Because I want one that fills the screen good. There we go. So it's 1936 by 1296. So it's definitely bigger than 1920 by 1080. So that I'm going to use as my background. So I'm not actually going to insert that. I'm going to go here, Format Background, Picture, File, choose this one, and say Close. So a nice picture of Main Street walking down right in front of the castle. Cinderella's Castle? I think that's what they call it. Cinderella's Castle in the Magic Kingdom at Walt Disney World. But now on this slide, I want to put some pictures. So I'm going to go back to Insert Picture. And obviously I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to put a picture of Buzz Lightyear. So here's Buzz Lightyear. I got a nice big one, but I'm going to shrink it down some. And if you didn't know this, these handles around here, if you grab the side, you can change the aspect ratio. It means you can make it really narrow. If you grab this one, you can shrink it that way. But if you grab the corners, then it stays to whatever aspect ratio you have just set. And if you kind of messed it up, then you can right click here and go to Size and Position and click Reset, and it'll go back to the way it was. And then you can drag it, maintaining the ratio with the height that you had to begin with when you got the picture. And there's a lot of things you can do with this. You can, as far as putting on an effect to your picture, there's a lot of things you can do. You can go to Format Picture, and you can choose all these things on the left hand side. I kind of like doing it a little different way, but you can do it that way, and it'll be sort of the same but just a little different way of doing it. And what we're going to do is make it so that this picture is not just your plain old flat rectangle that you got from the internet. So while this is selected, again, you can right click, but you also have some buttons up here that you can choose. Here's some pre-built in effects that if you like, you click on it once and you're done. Okay, so it changes it from just that flat. That one actually looks pretty nice there because it's portrait instead of landscape, so that kind of works. If you don't like any of the built-in ones, you click away. You have, well, I don't really like using that. You can put a border on. So if you say you want a red border, put a very thin red border. You can go to weight and make it thicker if you like. Picture effects, and here's some of the things that you saw when we right clicked on it. So you could put a shadow, puts that little shadow up there. You could put some bevels on it to give it like a 3D effect. Kind of looks like almost like a picture frame. Let's see. You can go to a glow, so make that kind of glow around there. All right, so a lot of things that you can do with these buttons. Here are some quick ones. You can add some artistic effects if you like this kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not saying I like all these things. I'm just saying that you can do it. I don't think you want to do everything because then it gets a little bit too much. But here's all the different things you can do. And of course, if you made it really bad and you can't even remember what you did, you can always reset it to put it back to the way it was to begin with. And again, you can right click and go to Format Picture. And you get all those same options here with a little bit more things you can do, but this might be a little bit too much involved. But again, you can do it if you like. 3D rotation, picture in color. You could even crop it if you want. There's the shadow thing that we did through the other menu. So a lot of different ways you can put picture effects. This green dot up here gives you, if you hold it just right, the mouse, you can rotate it a little bit. Okay, if you want to look like, and later we'll get into how to do animations, but if this thing comes flying out and spinning and it looks like it's just been thrown on the back of the thing like a baseball card being thrown, and you want that sort of effect, then it probably doesn't land perfectly vertically, so you might want it to end up on a little angle. Again, all these things are up to you. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that one like that and go insert another one. So insert picture. One of my favorite rides, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Okay, so it's a nice picture just the way it is, obviously, but I really hate just seeing the flat square around there. So anything that just makes it a little different, even if it's just a little border or just a little softness around the edge or even something like that, shows that you put a little effort. Sometimes people like putting one over the other, especially like, let's see if I can make this out here look better this way. So let's say I want Buzz like a little bit over that corner. Well, right now the corner is over him. So if you like doing that type of stuff, like a collage type thing with a lot of pictures one on top of another, the way that you can bring this one to be on top of that one is while this one's selected, I can say right here where it says bring forward, send backwards, I'm going to click this drop down and say send backwards. Send backwards sends it back one step at a time in the stack of pictures that you have. Send to back sends it all the way to the back. Not behind the background, but behind all the other pictures on there. So right now, since I only have two, either one of these is going to accomplish my task. Okay, so that's how you put pictures in a slideshow. And that's how you can put one in front of another if you like doing that type of stuff. If there was a picture you needed to crop, you could go here and do some cropping. But you could also just open it in Photoshop and do your cropping there, which would give you a lot more options than what you have in PowerPoint. But a quick crop you could do over here, very similar to the way it's done in PowerPoint. Okay, so put your pictures on. Nice background, some pictures in the screen. Don't worry about the fact that it's covering the background, because these pictures are not going to be here when the slide first comes out. These pictures are going to fly out with some sort of animation. That's what PowerPoint's all about, and we'll look at that in the next video. Thank you.